Is one of the first East Texas school districts to address a new state law reshaping parental rights and DEI policy in public schools.
It all relates to what's called Senate Bill 12. You probably heard us talk about it. It prohibits instruction on sexual orientation and gender identity and bans student clubs based on sexual orientation or gender identity. It also gives parents a fundamental right to direct their child's upbringing and education. Canton ISD Superintendent Dr. Brian Nichols tells us the changes at their district are already in place before the state's September deadline.
That's really, it's going to be school as normal. It's just making sure that if there's any type of instructional practices or anything like that that don't meet the law, then those are things that we have to address.
The district says staff were trained on the new requirements before classes started and updated its employee handbook and board policy over the summer.